Hey, Ryan Michael Galloway here with We Don't Need No StinkingRecordCompany.com, and we're talking stringed instruments with Steve Anderson of Steve Anderson Music Services. So we're talking about electric guitars and acoustic guitars, and that kind of little relief and dip that you want in a neck, not an entirely straight, perfectly straight neck, because that's not really what you want. Let's talk a little bit about how this neck joins the body of the guitar. Now, this is a what do we?
This it's an old Guild. Yeah.
And the Guild in this case, it looks like a Les Paul, and it is apparently got a neck that's glued to the body.
Right.
And so it's really solid. Now, a Fender is going to have a bolted-on neck, and a lot of, even as is in other guitars, and I've seen other guitars that have got a neck that goes completely through the body.
Sure.
Which probably means a little bit better resonance, maybe. I don't know if that's a gimmick or not, but that seems to be what they're going for. You know, some of the best guitars out there are, at least in terms of what players like, are Fenders, and they're bolted-on necks. And by the way, I played one of your guitars, which is kind of a Fender design.
Sure.
It was an Andertone.
That's it.
And you know, you pull some pieces together from a couple different places and put these guitars together. It's a little heavier than the Fenders I remember playing, but I love the feel of your guitar.
Part of that mass adds to the sustain. Thanks.
Yeah.
Part of that mass adds to the sustain. I think that the physics say that if it's a set neck or if it's a neck through, the physics say that it is going to have inherently more sustain.
A set neck meaning one that's glued on.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But bolt-on necks with a neck joint that's not too sloppy, that doesn't have a lot of gap around it.
Okay, so a nicely well-fitted one and then bolted on. You'll see that plate often on the back of it, not all the time.
Right,
yeah.
and you won't notice. I mean, the difference in sustain can be imperceptible between that and a neck through or a set neck.
It begins to remind me of the conversation in This is Spinal Tap about the sustain. Can you hear the sustain? No, the guitar just saying that. Well, don't touch it.
Don't even look at it.
Don't even look at it. Exactly.
Yep.
Anyway, is it Nigel? I can't remember. Nigel. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a little bit about. Now, an acoustic neck is typically going to be glued in. I don't think I've ever seen one bolted on. Is that very rare?
Early Epiphones, Fenders.
Hofners or something like.
Yeah, they had some bolt-on designs. Old Echoes, Italian-made guitars, they would have bolt-on necks, and actually for serviceability, from my perspective, gosh, somebody brings me an old Echo that they want me to make playable. A bolt-on neck makes lots of sense because it's easy to adjust.
It's really easy.
A dovetail joint or a set neck, a glued-in neck, you open yourself to a lot of other manipulations that you have to do, because that's not one of the options you have then is neck set.
I mean, it used to be on the old Martins when they had to do something drastic like lift off the top, they would put it under like a sun lamp for a while.
Yeah.
Is that still the way to do it?
That's the way to do it. Yeah,
things like that.
You pull a fret and you steam out the joint. That's the way it's done.
It's amazing. All right, well, a little bit more about necks and how they join the guitar. I'm Ryan Michael Galloway with We Don't Need No StinkingRecordCompany.com, and here I've got Steve Anderson of Steve Anderson Music Services, and we'll be back.